Welcome back to Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz, where here once again with DanMachi, starting with red. Sorry to get into the meat of the set. I am on Paru's left. Andy, to get started with this spell.
All right. All right. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of cards we haven't seen here. Two different events.
We're gonna be on the side for a bit.
Okay. This looking like my type of card, though. This looks like it's Todoroki.
It is Bell.
From
His name's Bell.
DanMachi. When this attacks, this gains 1,500 power times the number of Firebolt events in your waiting room, which is that red one.
Yep.
And when Unrivaled Feelings is in your climax zone, when it's placed there, if this is in your front row and you have another character, choose one of the following two effects and do it. Choose a Hestia knife in your waiting room and add it back to hand. Search your deck for a Hestia knife.
The Hestia knife is torch with extra steps.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's Firebolt?
Salvage a character. You salvage a character level.
Spell in waiting room.
Yeah, Power said it.
You guys were both talking at the same time.
Go for it.
Choose a level X lower character in your waiting room, and return to your hand X is the number of this level 1 combo in your waiting room.
The Firebolt adds a level X back to hand equal to the number of combos in your waiting room.
Yes.
Yeah, so if there is one combo in your waiting room, the event will always exchange for another combo.
So him and the Firebolt look for each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know how I feel about that first effect. That seems a little bit awkward.
Yeah.
Since they don't grab each other. Like he's grabbing the Hestia knife, not the Firebolt.
He grabs the Hestia knife, not the Firebolt, but think about it. With no event, he's a 5,500 Goblin Slayer. Or no, he's closer to Sachi, right?
Yeah, it's more like a Sachi.
So he's a 5,500 Sachi, so he already got his plus, so it doesn't matter. For every Firebolt you hit, that's 7k, 8.5, 10k, right? Like, it quickly spirals upwards, you know what I mean?
I suppose so.
So I think
one Firebolt, you're at 7k. Two Firebolts, you're 85.
11.5 max?
Mm-hmm. 11.5 max, yes. And this is a pretty hefty cost. You're on 444. You just lost 4 decks.
16 deck slots.
This is a 12 deck slots plus your climax.
Sure.
So yeah, 16 deck slots to play the combo.
You could. You don't have to run Firebolt. It doesn't look.
You kind of do.
You don't have to.
On climax play just like it's pretty close to Sachi then.
The way I look at it,
kind of,
is that this is the Firebolt is legitimately just extra copies of your level 1. That's it, because they always exchange that way. I think you'll end up playing that way, especially because that event is on color. With this, the Hestia knife is also colorless, if I remember correctly.
It is.
Yeah, the Hestia event's colorless, so long as there's a bell on board.
Hestia or bell.
But this card is a bell, so you'll be fine. I think it's fine. I think there's enough upside here to like dedicate these slots, right? Or like maybe if you only play 2 Firebolt, like you play 6 copies of your level 1 and you call it a day.
No, I think ultimately the payoff
would be to run 12.
It's too high. I don't think you care about the Firebolts. I think it's just the fact that your level 1 combo can hit such a high power threshold.
Yeah.
And throughout the game that can be useful. And the Firebolt's not a dead card either. It at least will exchange for something. It is kind of like wasted deck slots, I guess, but I guess you could always shove them in level or clock them or filter them out of your hand in some other way.
They aren't wasted deck slots if they exchange for level 1 combos, right? Like if you look at the Firebolt as okay, the base of this card is exchanges for a level 0. That's the worst case ever. If you have good level 0s, that's fine.
Well, I thought the Firebolt only grabbed himself.
No, it grabs level X or lower, where X is the number of bell combos.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I like it a lot more then. I thought it only grabbed this bell.
No. That's
Oh, and-
like the most common case is that it's an extra copy of Bell.
It can always exchange for one of your. You can grab another bell. You could grab your climax swap to get into your combo
Yes.
again and let another fire off another combo. Which I think the thing I like about the firebolts, I guess, like pumping him, is that even throughout the game, if you're able to go for another combo at some point, it can still be impactful because you're reaching like 10k, 11k in a lane, which is pretty beefy.
To iron out the specifics on the Hesse knife conditions, if the specific wording is if you don't have a character with either Hesse or Bell in its name, you can't play it. If you don't have a character with Bell in its name, you can't play it as a backup. So that is specifically how that's worded.
Well, if you have the Bell down and you went and got it, like you still can
Yeah.
torch out like Goblin Slayer. 'Cause
Yeah,
the
it's
Bell's
still
on the
pretty
board.
reliable.
Yeah.
But that, I do like this package overall, though.
It's a lot
Overall,
of
I
cards.
do
Even
like it
even
too.
for all the spots, I do think it's pretty good for what it is.
Goblin Slayer, like you dedicate 8 and you don't give a crap. This is 12. That is pushing it. But you probably gain enough if the zeros are good enough that it's fine.
I'm gonna rate
Mhm.
it kind of low because I don't know like how this works out in practice.
Yeah, that's the big question.
I'm gonna give it the
Could-
B plus. I'm closer to believing than I am to not, but I think it reads really well, right?
It
Like
does.
on paper, I think it reads well. But yeah, it's in practice, like you said.
Yeah, I think I'm probably. Yeah, I think we're all kind of on the same page here. I think I'm probably closer to Zach. I think it's like seems more likely to be really good than to just be all right. But even though it is, I wanted to say this too. Like, even though it does read like it's going to be a large package, and that takes up a lot of your tech spots, you could look at it as right because you have to jam 4 of these event cards in, or you're at least incentivized to. It probably lets you run a really toolboxy level 0.
Yeah.
Just always being able to like, because you're always going to be able to get a level 0 with the event card, and pretty much any of your good filtering cards are going to be level 0s anyway. So
Mhm.
you could,
Firebolt on first reading, Firebolt does seem like the weak point in this package, but it itself is still a pretty solid card. And as the saying goes, you're only as good as your weakest link. So worst case scenario, it's still pretty good.
yeah,
I run the whole package.
I think that looks pretty solid. That's pretty cool.
Mhm.
He's got blood on his face.
He does. I wonder what he killed. Or maybe
He
that's
looks like
his
he
I think
just
friend.
this
ripped
is-
off his persona mask.
This is the fight with the
Oof.
Minotaur, I'm pretty sure.
Oh no,
Yeah.
the one
Where
from
this
the
is
dojo.
from? Yeah, the one from the
Oh,
dojo.
that means he's in the Dojin, Paru.
No, he's not in the dojo.
Yes. No.
Only the Minotaur's in the Next card. We got this Bell. He's stabbing the knife. He's a 2/1 4K. Experience of the sum of the levels of cards in your level zone is level 3 or higher. Oh, only level 3. Okay, cool. Gains 7K in Hand Encore. So as long as you have experience 3 at level 2, he's an 11K Hand Encore. And then Climax Combo Experience. This ability activates with once per turn. At the end of this card's attack, if Hero's Strike is in your Climax Zone, which is this door, the sum of levels of cards in your level zone is 7 or higher. And you have 3 or more other characters with either Familia, Guild, and or House of Fertility. You may pay the cost if you do stand this. The cost is 3. It's 3 stock. This is a
7
2-stock.
or higher, you can't do it at level 2.
You cannot do it at level 2.
Yeah.
Cannot.
This is so weird.
It is
This
a
is such a weird
2/1.
card.
It is a 2/1 7K Hand Encore that can
2-1
kind of
11k.
2/1 yeah 2/1 11K Hand Encore that can kind of fight for board or at least save itself. Then is a restander once you get to level 3.
For
That-
3 stock.
That's really weird.
I think this was the card. I think Zach mentioned it earlier when we were talking
this was
in
like
green
one of
about.
the first reveals too. It was really weird.
Yeah. This is like the
Mhm.
Everyone was
closest
like,
payoff
"Oh,
card
they're
for
gonna
that.
give him an event that burns on attack.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so sick."
Yeah.
And he never got like any support.
And we get a restander.
Well, no, everybody was saying they're gonna give him Firebolt is gonna be a event that burns on attack, and Firebolt was the.
It sounds like it would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But guys, this is a
Yeah.
double rare. It must be really good.
Yeah.
It's
It is,
unique.
like,
It's
cost
unique.
efficient.
This is. It's like.
Especially because you can
The
just play
finisher,
this at level
right?
2 as like an oversize, and then like ride it out until you hit level 3.
This card has
and then
one
do the
soul,
event.
Andy.
Yeah, you're not overswinging. It's like a standby finisher.
I guess it's a one soul restander. That is interesting.
No, you restand, but you have the climax down, so you're swinging for 2. You're not like overswinging. Like
Has
you would with a
anyone
normal
ever
restander.
played with a one soul restander?
I don't think so.
I think it probably could be good
I mean,
after playing Trancing Pulse last night and swinging 6 times and staking 3 fucking damage and losing.
Carmen,
It'd
What?
be nice to swing for less than $1 million.
What is it,
Carmen,
Paru? Let me know.
you've played Milky Homes, right? You've
Yeah.
dropped like double LE restander before.
Yes.
And not played
Yes, I have.
Climax? It's going to be the same experience as this.
Oh, my opponent cancels everything, and I ditch my whole hand.
Oh, really? That's crazy. Every time I played LE, my opponent just died.
Wow, it must be fucking nice.
If-
Hawk
What are you
diff,
talking
yeah.
about? You can't do the restand without the climax. That is the climax.
Yeah. No, we were
LE is
talking about
too
like
soul.
swing 2, swing 2.
Yeah.
Swing 2. Is that worth paying 3?
Okay, basically this is just a level 2 that has end of attack, burn 2. Right? Pay 3, burn 2. Just think of it like that.
This is too weird for me.
He
dude.
comes online kind of early though. I like the experience condition on the
It is
first
like
half.
a card that you can just play at level 2 as like a beater, and then ride all the way until level 3.
Because you're already
You
gonna
don't have to
want to
play a new
have
card.
you're already gonna want to have the yellow level 3 in your level
I
zone for the
I
experience experience.
I'm gonna
condition.
look beyond the veil. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say that I think this is a card that needed support that it didn't get.
I think that might be
Yeah.
the case too.
Yeah, I think that this card could have been really cool, and instead, this card and this climax stand alone. And as they are alone, I don't think it's worth playing. It is interesting. It's cool design space, but I don't think it's good enough. Like, it's a card you play at level 2 that like upgrades into something like better, like a finisher. Which
Yeah.
is flavorful, right? Because like that's the way DanMachi is, right? Like Bell like levels up. It's like a pseudo isekai. So like Bell like, am I the only person who's watched the show? Bell like gains levels, right? They're like adventurers have like levels, like an fucking like role playing.
Whoa, like
game.
a video game?
Yeah, like a fucking video game, dude. Because it's a
Whoa,
fucking.
gamers.
It's a fucking light novel. Yeah, it's we can show fingers. Yeah, it's a fucking demo video. It's literally like that. And this is a cool idea that like you play down this card at level 2, and like he quote unquote levels up when you hit the experience 7, and he becomes your finisher, right? That's cool flavor. That's cool design space. And you know what they printed before this set? Symphogear. You know what Symphogear does? You shit down 3 level 3s for 3 stock, and you kill your opponent every turn until the game's over. Like,
This is also, if you think about it, this is also undercosted for like a finisher too, because this is a level. It's only a cost 1.
well, I
So even though
think
you have to pay 3 for the combo, it's
pay 4
probably a bit more
overall
reasonable.
for a restand is about on spec, but the fact that the card is a 1 soul attacker makes it under spec. So I think I'm more in line with Paru. I don't think the card's good. I think the card's unfortunate. I think this is really cool design space that was squandered.
But it's been cool.
Because I think Bushiroad was scared. I think they didn't want to go all the way with this effect. And they could have, but they decided that it was Symphogear's turn to do something dumb at level 2. And that was printed 3, 4, 5, 6 months before this. So
I think this is like completely uncharted territory though.
it is. This is brand new. This has like never been a thing. like a level 2 with a double rare level 2 with a climax rare climax combo like finisher effect that's supposed to be the quote unquote centerpiece of a set. It's just unfortunate. I don't think it works out. Maybe there's something.
I'm conflicted.
Maybe there's
I'm not
something.
giving it a D. I'm between like a B and a C. Like I think
I'm gonna
I
give
mean
it a
it this
plus
time,
to
and
be
you
hopeful.
can't say it's not true. This card does have potential.
It does. It does
There's
have
an
potential.
uppercase potential right there. This
It is
the
an upper.
definition.
It is an uppercase. Uppercase.
Uppercase.
Uppercase. It is an uppercase potential. Like there is something there. There's just like Andy. I'm spoiling it. There's nothing that supports the card in the set. This card is like on
if there's
alone.
nothing
It's an
else
island.
that goes with it, then like. Yeah, it's just kind of mediocre, probably.
It's unfortunate. I think it's cool. I want it to be good. I think that's really neat. But like, I just don't think it has it. I think they were
Maybe
scared.
if DanMachi ever gets a set too, maybe they'll revisit this idea.
DanMachi's a fucking insanely large property, and I don't think there's a lot of stuff from the later seasons. There's definitely stuff from the later seasons, but I think. I don't know. People in the comments, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure this scene of Bell for the double rare Bell combo, like the level 1, I am pretty sure this is from the Minotaur fight, and I'm pretty sure the Minotaur fight is from season 2. So, I think it's a mix, but there's also none of that fucking wolf girl prostitute from the other season.
What?
That's a major plot point, that Belle saves a prostitute.
Sounds like every isekai ever. There's always a wolf prostitute.
Yeah, or fox
Yeah,
true.
prostitute
things
or
are so
something.
fucking
Like a
generic.
blonde
Just
fox
recycling
prostitute.
the same prostitute.
Like
Foxhole.
They really.
there's no scenes from that, so it makes me
Oh my
think it's
God.
just season 1, but like I could be wrong. I don't know if that is from season 1 or season 2, but whatever. DanMachi fans, please correct me in the comments. Alright, are we good? Can we move on?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay. Alright, Paru,
Are you
go
good?
ahead.
I'm good.
I was born good.
This is on reverse Rize.
It's a
Um,
cover art. It's the cover art, guys.
It is the cover art.
It's the
Art's cute.
It's the
Look,
art
they,
on
They
you.
look so nice. They look so nice there.
Wow. Sure.
Wow. I
Nice,
guess
nice
it's
isn't the
fine.
word I would use.
I guess it's fine.
It's a vanilla on reverse Rize. Card's fine. I know Andy likes them more than we do.
Yeah, I
He's
like
welcome
Rize's
to do
even if
that.
they're even if it's on reverse, I still like them. But
I mean,
I
card's
think
fine.
I think we're all on the same page here.
All right, next, Zach.
This 1-0 Pyonkichi in your hand gets -1 level. Pay 1 rest, look at top X, and search for up to 1 level 1 or higher card reveal. Put it in your hand. Put the rest in the waiting room. X number of Pyonkichi in your waiting room. 1+ number of Pyonkichi in your waiting room.
Huh.
And
Pyonkichi
Pyonkichi is
yeah.
choose a character with one of the traits in the waiting room. Return to hand. Choose one of the characters on stage, and that gets 4K. 4 turn.
It's like a
one
drop.
run.
It's like a drop salvage that gives 4K for 1 stock, right? Am I reading that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
Choose a character. Choose a character in your waiting
this is
room
wrong,
as
this
a
is wrong,
hand.
This is wrong.
What?
Is it?
This gives the drop search, or this gives the drop salvage event -1 cost.
Oh,
It's a 1/0 salvage something give power.
is it cost?
Give 4K.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I was gonna say that'd be really fucking
It
weird.
says costo in the effect. I can read katakana. I'm kind of Nihongo Jozu, if you know what I mean.
Wow, your Nihongo is so Jozu.
Yeah.
I think
Well,
that's
that makes
actually
it a lot
pretty
better.
solid then. If that's a 1/0 drop, if that's a 1/0 salvage anything, give 4K. That's like Firebolt, but it gives 4K.
Yeah, I think it's not that bad actually.
Yeah, I mean,
what's
what
this
is
guy
it?
do? He is and he looks at X cards. Level 1 or higher card reveal, put in your hand. X 1 plus a number of peon. So you get a look at up to X card. It's like this probably takes the place of your brainstormer or something.
It's probably your other level, like your other back row. Like a plussing engine, but like it's not going to move a lot of cards. It's probably
Depends
going
how many
like-
peon kichis you have.
It's probably going
There's two
to
of
move
these.
like 1 to 3 on average.
There's actually no, there's like 3 of these like wealth event engines. And this one and the level 3 one I think are actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I actually really like this
I mean,
card.
this is
I
just
think
like
it's,
a guaranteed plus engine, right? Like,
Yeah.
if it looks at anything more than 1, like, okay,
Well, you're adding 1 or high, level 1 or higher. It's
Well,
like a
2
like a
is
new age Chiuri.
okay. How would you rate Old Man and JoJo? Right, like Old Man, like looking at 2 is kind of a coin flip. I think if it looks at 3 or more, it's basically a plus.
I'm liking the event more than this character, but like the event being a 1-0 is really
A 1-0
enticing
that
to me.
makes all your events cost nothing. Yeah, I think that's cool because then it just makes your events like free drop salvages. Free
yeah,
drop,
but
free drop salvages that puff your board. Yeah, that's actually really good. I'm gonna C+.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe once they absolutely just murder Nijigasaki on the ban list, maybe people will play this.
No, Nijigasaki's not getting fucking banned. That deck's
They better hit that I card. I can't
No,
take it anymore.
that
It's so
fight-
annoying.
that deck is fucking dodging. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and Symphogear and Kagi are taking the bullet for it.
Yeah, I do agree. I 1-0 back row is a fucking card that shouldn't exist in Weiss. And the only reason if it gets banned is because they also agree that the card shouldn't exist. I do think that card's a design mistake, but neither here nor there. This DanMachi card is good.
Yeah.
All right, next card. Who's got this?
Andy.
Back to
Andy,
me.
yeah.
It's another wealth. When this attacks, if you have Blacksmith's Determination, which is a standby in your climax zone, and you have 2 or more characters, you can choose a level extra lower in your waiting room, add it to hand, X is the number of Ushi Wakamaru. First time.
Nailed it.
In your waiting room. Yeah, I did.
As Miranda S in the Coolda card.
As Miranda, Martica Dice, and the Cool card, yeah.
As Miranda
On reverse, the level of the battle opponent is 1 or lower, it's a Suicider. What does Ushi Wakamaru do?
Draw a card.
Draw a card. It's Upstart
Okay.
Goblin. It doesn't heal.
Oh yeah, this is the one we were
Yeah.
talking about the other
Yeah,
day.
it's Upstart Goblin.
47 card or 46 card deck. Let's go, dude.
Well,
Not
the
really.
one okay. The card that just draws a card is made a lot better when you have a card that sits in your back row that says when you play an event you get to draw ditch. So you
Yeah.
effectively draw 2 ditch 1 when you play this card. If you're playing that brainstorm.
Does this set have a camera?
No.
Yeah, it's Torch.
Oh, Torch. Yeah, you do. It's Torch, yeah.
Ooh.
do
Dang,
have a
basically a
camera.
42 card deck. Yeah, it seems pretty solid. Unless I'm like missing something that makes this shit. Like,
The climax
seems
combo
pretty good.
on a standby on a bomb that kills itself, so you lose the lane. So you're like actually playing a combo that's antithetical to standby. So I don't. think
Yeah,
this card sucks.
I think it unfortunately is on the wrong trigger.
oh, wait. Doesn't that make it good though? Right? Because it clears itself and you
No.
can stand by over it.
No, because then
If you fucking sack, sure. If you're a fucking god, I guess. But that requires so much shit to go right? Like it's like I play this standby, I put my card in the back row, and then I attack with this, and I get a card back, and like I trigger clean, and then I attack with this in another lane. and I get another card, and then I trigger a standby, and it goes over another one, then I trigger another standby, and my card goes away. The bomb part is bad. This should have
It'd be
been
nice against opposing standby decks.
If
Just
this was literally
bring the
just
level
like,
1 fields.
like a
maybe.
6,500 on reverse salvage with the standby, I think it would be fine.
I think if it was just a fucking like on play gains 500 power times board,
Sure.
like
That would be totally fine.
literally anything other than being a bomb
Yeah.
that dies, it would be better. I'm not gonna be as harsh.
I don't
it's
think
fine.
swinging for 5k or 6k as opposed to a 3k bomb really makes a difference. It's not like
Dude.
you're really backing this up and defending it.
It's
Regardless.
It's not the
Well,
backing it up,
Andy,
defending it thing. It's
it's
the
a
leaving
different-
an empty lane.
This goes under like people spent level 1 combos is the problem.
If they're playing a global soul deck, it would not feel as good.
Yeah, I think that's the main problem is that at 3k off a standby with no global power, it goes under people's like spent non-interactive combos.
This card literally cannot clear Puyo's middle lane.
Shut up, Pip. He's fucking meowing.
Yeah, you tell him.
He's-
He's had it too good for too long.
He doesn't understand that the machine feeds him at 10 p.m. and all he has to do is walk his ass downstairs and get food. He thinks somebody's got to walk down with him.
You scared of the dark?
Oh, he's not. Lives in it. He was born in it, molded by it. Anyway, are we in
Yeah,
agreement?
I don't really think there's a whole lot more to say.
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm yelling at the cat. Next.
It's all right.
I think this is me, right?
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
All right, 4 or more characters, -1 level in hand. Ooh, repeatable early play. For each marker under this gets 1,500 power. On play, you can heal. My favorite line of Weiss Schwarz text. And on attack, if there's no marker under this, you may choose a Hestia knife and a Ushiwakamaru and put them face up underneath this as markers.
Did you get both?
Yeah, it's a 3,
Yes.
2, 7,500.
Ooh, let's go.
Where you get 1,500 each, so you got a 9, then you got a 10-5, right? Am I doing that math right? Yeah. So you got a 10-5.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you can't get any more markers. When I read this card for the first time, I thought this was fucking, like, what is it? I thought this was fucking Henology, dude. I thought that if I played this card and I attacked, I could get 2 more markers every time this card attacked. But you can only get 2 markers ever. But still, I mean, like, as a 4 or more healer that markers these 2 cards,
That's insane, dude.
if you're playing both of these cards, you play this healer every time you play both these cards, right?
That's like great
Yes.
compression on a healer. It's
Yeah.
everything you want. Zach, why don't you just go into your living room or whatever, get off Paru's lap for a second, and go grab Brandon and have him come read this card. Brandon's been playing what is it, Katakawa Bungo or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's way too invested. Every time I try to talk to him, he doesn't even acknowledge my existence.
He's too busy
He's not even
playing
acknowledging
fucking
the cat's
Minecraft.
existence.
Yeah. He's just
It's really
stuck in the
sad,
Minecraft
honestly.
hole.
He's really let himself go.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have this
Father
card though.
brought
I'll
down
send
by
later.
it play. I don't think the level 1 event, like the red event's that good.
The red event
Yeah,
probably
I don't
isn't.
think so either.
I think if you have to play Firebolt for the good level 1 combo, you can't also play this
No.
Ushiwakamaru draw one.
There's just not enough slots.
The
But
flavor
if you're
sadly.
playing the standby combo though, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
But,
It's
but then the
hard, yes.
Hestia Blade works with the other one. I'm confused.
a lot of
I mean,
events.
Hestia Blade is a good card in general, though.
This reminds me of Zombieland, where like you're expected to have just like shit everywhere, but you only have 50 slots in a deck.
Mhm.
Okay. Here's what you do. You just
Okay.
run the Ushiwakamaru's raw,
Yes.
You just raw
and
dog
you
'em.
do what Carmen said, and you just play a 46 card deck.
Okay.
I said that.
You play
Someone
a
said
40.
it.
You played a 46 card deck, so you play 12 events. You play 4 Ushiwakamaru. You play 4 Firebolt. You play 4 Hestia Knife.
No. Seriously. I think you do.
I mean, you could.
I think this early play's too good to not
True.
just play the
You really think
Upstart
so? 'Cause
Goblins.
I don't
you
think
really
a
think
10.
this card's too good.
I don't think a
I
10
think
5.
he's really good. I think 10-5 he'll get 2 markers is really nice. And then you start stacking additional compression on that too. You have your Brainstormer who like takes 2 cards out of your next deck. You have this that's taking 2 cards out of your next deck.
Well,
You don't even have a next deck.
I mean, okay.
Compression.
You could just like have a turn where you just like go the fuck off and you just like play a bell, you shove 2 markers under the bell, you have 1 card deck, so you like shove 2 cards into your level with the Brainstorm. You like rip, let's say like you have 2 Brainstorms. You rip like 6 cards out of your next deck.
Guys.
And you're
Can
still
I say, like,
what?
Go for it, Carmen.
Go ahead. And I was
No,
gonna say,
finish.
and you still have less compression than if you were playing like Darkness, like Merge, right?
But this is I don't know.
Andy, are you ready for like the uncomfortable truth?
What?
Playing this card and getting the 2 markers is still decompress 1.
It is decompress 1, yeah.
What do you mean decompress 1?
You pay 2 stock, those cards go to your waiting room. You heal 1, that card goes to your waiting room, and then you pluck 2 cards back out.
Okay, well, if you compare it to a normal early play healer, then instead of decompress 1, you're decompressing 1 instead of decompressing 3 or whatever. Like,
Yeah, but like people usually when they're playing like an early play heal, they're not trying to.
Oh
do this,
wait.
Wild, wacky like.
So
compressed
Andy,
markers and
the compression only.
I just don't think that argument.
No, Andy, well, hold on. Let me say something.
Okay.
The marker compression, similar to memory, only matters if you refresh. So,
yeah.
if you play it before you refresh, what Paru said is like objectively correct. Because you had to play it and then refresh that turn. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, you would be playing your early play healer otherwise.
But maybe you wouldn't.
I'm not going to not play my healer because I want to refresh.
Would you not just refresh before
But then
playing your healer?
Yeah, but that's the thing, is like other decks that have 4 or more like stock healers, right? Would just opt to refresh first, then do this. But because this card needs markers for power, and it does it on attack, it forces you at playing it at the bottom. Like when we talk about you were about to bring up the Ain's early play from Sneaker Bunko, the one where she's getting fucked against the wall, and the other guy goes inside him. That's the flavor. It goes inside her. That's the flavor. What a great game we play, huh? So like that card markers 1, so you pay 2, marker 1, heal 1. You still go -2 on compression. The only reason that's like, oh my god, that's better than normal, is because the Ein is a 5 or less cards in deck early play that you can't play otherwise. This is like a 4 or more. This is a normal modern condition.
I mean, this is a better card, correct?
I mean, it is a better card. Like, if you can keep this card around, like, you can play this at the top of your second deck, and you can protect this card, and it keeps its 2 markers, then hell fucking yeah, it was great.
Honestly, getting the markers shouldn't really be an issue, right? Because both of those events cycle. Like, even if you...
Yes, it shouldn't be a problem, yes. You're right. Like, at the very worst, because this is, you can play it, you can heal, you can literally play the events on turn and then on attack get the markers. Not an issue. You're correct. The thing is, like, you don't get that compression until you refresh. So if you compare this to a normal healer that you play at the top of your deck, this card has to stick around until you refresh for third deck. Does that make sense? That's like what I'm laying out here for the marker to matter.
You get your markers on your first deck before you go to second, and then you keep this around all the way to your third deck. Then you truly
No. You play it
true compression.
You play it at the top of your second deck as a healer, and then it incidentally gets those markers, and then on your third deck, if it's still alive, the compression's valid. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I see where you're coming from with that. But I think it also applies to, like, the thing I like about this is the early play condition actually allows you to play them on back-to-back turns. I look at this and I see something like a Shizu from Slime, where you have like an always on early play condition that, like, when you untap, if you're able to like untap it with a second level 2 turn, you can just heal down again because you just play more Shizus. This is like kind of the same thing. It's not like a 2 or less climax or something that's gonna like turn off eventually, right? Like it's always gonna be live, and you're always gonna have the event cards in your waiting room. So even if you play this at the top of your second deck and it lives to your third deck, that's great. But you could play one at the top of your second deck, and then on your follow-up turn play another one at the bottom of your second deck, and then go into your third deck or something. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the compression is incidentally nice, like the marker compression, but probably like the more important, that's just all smoke and mirrors, right? Like the actual power of it is that it's the
10-5.
It's an easily achievable 10-5 early play healer that you can just do whenever, basically.
I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't think the card is bad by any stretch, but you have to be playing these cards. My like sus is on playing Ushiwaka Maru.
Yeah.
When you have to
Yeah,
play
same.
Firebolt and you have to play Hestia Knife to play like the best level 1 combo we've seen that doesn't punish you for playing events. Because the Ryu, the green combo we saw, the Experience 2 combo, actively punishes you for playing events.
The Ryu combo? Which one?
The one.
The
she
1-0
looks at
green one.
The
cards
1-0
and
green.
Adds all characters to hand.
The one that's a copy of the Prismalia combo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that actively punishes you for playing events. So if you want
That's fine. I wouldn't. Well, I'm not a fan of that card, so I probably wouldn't play it. But if you did want to play that card, the Ryu,
no.
This would be like a non-bow with it.
Well, no, you wouldn't play it. I'm just saying it's like to play the Bell, right? The Bell 1-0 combo we just saw earlier, right?
Yeah.
You have to play like 3 to 4
8
Firebolts and 4 Hestia Knives for sure. Like
Yeah.
the Firebolt, you could probably cut 1 if you wanted to be greedy as fuck, but you
Mhm.
probably are playing 4-4. To say that I also have to play another 4 of event is pretty rough. Especially to play this in the best case for the card, which is at the normal time for an early play, which is the top of your second deck. And then have it live for like an entire deck cycle.
I think you're getting caught up on it having to live for a whole deck cycle, because even if
Well,
it
no,
dies,
no,
you just
no.
play down another one.
Well, it depends, right? Are you looking at it as just a healer, or are we looking at it as the markers have meaning? The markers.
I think it's
the
a little bit of
markers-
both.
Yeah, it's like the markers only have meaning if we hit second deck, right?
Even if you heal at the bottom of a deck, it's still not like playing an early play healer where you lose your stock compression, right? At least you
Mhm.
kind of like make up for it in the marker compression. Like Paru was saying, like you go -1 on the compression still because you're like still sending the stock, you're still sending the card from your clock to waiting room, and you're only getting 2 markers back. But if you just compare that to like a normal early play healer, at least you're getting 2 markers back compared to no markers back.
Yeah.
So even if it technically is compression negative, any early play healer would be compression negative then.
You're right. It would be. So if
But this
you're
is like much less
well,
negative.
yeah. It's like if you're like it literally comes down to are you playing this card, right? The Ushiwaka Maru, because I think you're playing the Hestia Knife, right? You're probably playing Torch.
Yeah, that's like easy to include. This like forces you to then sleeve up the Ushiwaka Marus.
Have I mentioned that the flavor is these are his 2 knives that he fights with?
I figured they both look like swords.
He's a Rouge, the bat. He's a rogue.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so he uses
Actually, that Ushiwaka Maru is a pretty
His
veiny
knives.
looking sword.
Hey Carmen,
Mm.
What's up?
how many minutes into red are we right now?
39.
Awesome.
Christ.
Never apologize.
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, this is an important card. I
I'm
think
so
there's a
happy
lot
to
to
be
talk
back.
about.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it like I'm just gonna give it the C+. I think you only play it if you can afford to play the Ushiwakamaru, and that's it.
Agreed.
Yeah, I think that's
Agreed.
literally it.
It's not worth it otherwise.
I don't think that I would stretch to play Ushiwakamaru to play this card. Does that make sense?
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I would not stretch to play the event to play this healer.
That's fair. That's fair. I think my knee jerk is that I would stretch to play it. I think this card's good enough, but
Okay.
and I don't think Ushiwakamaru is bad enough. But like, I definitely see where you guys are coming from. It's like, how comfortable are you sleeving up another 4 events, even if they are just cantrips?
Yeah, it's like a lot of cards.
Because it does make things like your brainstorms or like anything that's top checking for characters a bit worse.
All right, we can move on.
Mhm.
Whose card is this? I think it's
I
Paru's.
think it's Paru's.
Yeah.
Level 3 Bell. On play, he is top check X. X is the number of your characters. And then you may pay 1, discard 1. When he attacks, if you have the Hestian knife or the torch in your waiting room, you may deal 1 damage to your opponent.
That's
It is
a
pretty
totally
good.
fine card.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
If you're not playing green, I think this is your off finisher.
Probably.
100%.
It's Climax Assurance. It's an off finisher effect. Like a quintessential quintuplets card.
No,
It is.
It's not actually.
It's just a
though.
quintessential off finisher tile card.
Wait, is
Sorry.
this? Oh, is this actually a quintessential quintuplets card?
I don't think. No, I was making a joke.
I thought you were too. Okay.
I said
But it's not a-
quintessential, and I was like,
Yeah,
They'll
yeah,
just
yeah.
say
yeah.
that-
You're doing a thing. I got
I
you.
was
I
doing
think this
it.
is I think this is a better rate than usual for like the burn effect though.
Pay 1, ditch
Yeah.
1, climaxless.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, it's
Um,
okay.
Isn't it usually pay 2?
Well, those exist kind of like on direct attack. You may pay 1, ditch 1.
Well, this one has a
This card's requirement is having the. torch
yeah.
in your
It has a requirement that doesn't matter for the deck that you're playing it in, which
Yeah.
makes it a better rate, right?
Yeah.
That's just like kind of how Weiss's power creep works, which makes it a better card. Pretty good one of.
Yeah.
All right, next, Zach, go ahead.
This spell, 0/0, pay 1, clock yourself 1, return this to hand. The start of your opponent's attack phase, you can do all that, and choose another one of your characters to return it to hand. And if you're level 2 or higher, you can pay 1, sack this, and put your level 2 finisher from waiting room under the slot this was on.
I
So
do
it-
not like this.
Ooh.
Like the worst JC ever.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that one. Because like
Not
you're
a
just
fan.
opening yourself up to eat so much damage. You're punching yourself in the face to open up 2 lanes.
Yeah, it's not even like reactive. You
Yeah,
have to just do it
that's
immediately.
too much. I was trying to read it again to see if there was any sort of hidden trick. But like no, it's just like you punch yourself in the face and take 2 direct attacks, right?
Why
Yes.
not just
One
play
direct attack.
the pseudo JC that we were talking about earlier?
Yeah, I mean I would rather play the field backup than this card.
Yeah.
That card at least goes to memory and doesn't punch me in the face.
And is reactive.
Yeah. I do not like. Alright.
I do
Next.
like.
Back to Andy.
Ooh, look at this femme fatale here, right?
What is this?
Right.
Yeah.
The
Uh,
Forge one. I can't remember.
is this the blacksmith's mom?
No, this is
She's got it going on.
This is the blacksmith's god, dude. You have to understand. This is like a weird, like, Greek god society thing.
Well,
Look,
what's one called
DanMachi's
Carmen
fucking
earlier?
weird, dude.
Hephaestus?
It's Hephaestus, yeah.
Oh, Hephaestus, god of the forge.
Hephaestus,
Sure.
yeah.
Hephaestus.
I'm just looking at the con.
Okay. Man, it's like my college mythology class just coming back. We got
Nice,
Hestia, we
dude.
got Hephaestus, we got
Tell
probably
us
some
the card,
more.
Andy. What does it do?
Oh, well, she's looking damn fine. When she gets reversed, if you're level 0 or lower opponent, you can reverse it also. You could pay 1, send this to memory. Choose a wealth in your waiting room, add it to hand.
Typically the level 1 combo.
That is the level 1 combo. Pay 1, send this to memory, get the. So basically, pay 1, sack this, but it goes to memory. Get your 1 combo back. You're
Yeah.
still like
Mhm.
nagging on board. Let's go to memory.
It's basically just like a memory drop salvage kind of thing that grabs for level 1.
But then
think
this needs to
fine.
live, and how the hell is this living? It's 500 power.
Or you just play it from hand and immediately.
You just
sack
play it from hand and immediately sack it. Yeah.
But that just seems too narrow, right? To play
So
over
you know
just a
what's
normal
crazy
drop
about this card,
salvage.
Andy? This card
What?
is on play, compression neutral, right?
It is. Yeah. This card is compression neutral.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
So
it's
it's like a
also not a
drop-
fucking early play healer.
It's a drop salvage that doesn't decompress you.
It's true. For only one card.
Yeah.
I mean,
but
if you play this wealth bomb thing that we already said is not that great,
I think the profile
you might
itself
play
is
one of these.
fine. But like the card it grabs isn't that great.
I think the effect is fine. I think the pay 1, send to memory, get a thing is fine. I just don't think that pairs well with a 500 suicider. That's
I mean,
putting it on the field to have it die.
It does have a completely non-apt second effect. Because I'm
and unless
considering
you have
the
like
act
a clean cut or something.
I'm considering the act a first effect. But yes, you'd have to clean cut it for this card to be good. And does this set even have one?
I don't know.
It has a pseudo one, which is in this color.
But
Which we'll get to later.
it cuts itself, doesn't it?
No, it's weirder than that. Actually, I don't want to spoil it though.
Okay.
Even still, this is just too narrow for me.
All right. Next.
Like, even if you
I
even
see
if
what
you're
he's
salvaging the
talking about.
wealth, you know, you're playing that over the drop salvage.
All right, we got this guy with the elephant
His
mask.
hands on fellow right here.
With his place
this
on the
guy
hand
in
on the
Squid Game?
stage. What?
Yes, he is. Oh my god,
I didn't
The
even
guy
watch
from Squid
Squid
Game.
Game. I'll watch.
this guy's in it.
Okay, he is.
His character is from it.
When
He's-
there's a
this
play
is
from
actually a
hand
reference to Squid
stage,
Game.
you can discard a climax if you do salvage a character. And then he has act. You can pay 1, sack this, choose a level 0 or lower character in waiting room, put it at any slot on the stage. At the end of the turn, that character goes to memory. So it's a
It's like a weird Ramrus.
It's a Ramrus that sacks itself, and it's a climax to salvage.
How fucking weird is this card?
It's
Extremely.
extremely
the
weird.
art.
You know what's cool? You can
What?
sack it, summon it back, and put it in memory.
You can, yeah. Yeah,
Don't think that's very good. You're actually
It's not.
the Ramrus gets you something in addition.
I mean, it's
like
a
plussing
climax salvage with like weird upside text that might come up every
Yeah,
one out of 100.
it does have weird upside text that you could use as a stock out. So it's fine.
I guess if you just look at it as the climax ditch first, it's all right.
All right, next card. Paru, go ahead.
I think this is the second one of this profile I've done. If you have 2 or more other characters with the traits, he gets a level and 1500 power. And then if he's a level 2 or higher, he gets 3000 power. So this guy's a
Whoa.
1185, level 2. This is actually a good standby target.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at him. He looks cute.
So level
Look at that
285
little
at level 1.
Yeah.
Card's actually pretty good for standby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's fair, yeah.
Yeah, it is a B. You only play it in standby, but it's still like a defining card. Standby.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright, this is my favorite package in the set. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah. All
Who's got
right.
this one? Yeah.
It's me.
Go ahead.
On play, reveal a top card of your deck. If it's a character, you can burn 1. Character or a card could causes magic sword. You can burn 1. And on a bad punch reverse, you can pay 1, ditch a character. If so, choose the event in your hand and play without meaning its cost if you meet the level and color requirements. The event is it's a 3/3 event that burns 3.
Yeah, so this guy with the event is a burn 1, then a burn 3.
Huh.
That's pretty good rate,
That
right?
also attacks. Yeah.
It's a burn 1. It's like a pay 1, ditch 2, burn 3, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is the way it works out, but you have to have a specific card. Yeah. You have to have a specific card, but it's an on-play burn 1 with on-reverse pay 1, ditch 2, burn 3. If
And
things work
assuming that
out.
you're playing like the rest of the wealth stuff, like the level 1 and the level 1 event, you know, he's getting a reverse and you're not having a lot of issues getting events to your hand because that thing digs for
Yeah.
higher cards.
So you probably have it.
Yeah.
I
think-
don't like that the burn effect doesn't hit on events, though, the first one, on play.
That's true.
Yeah.
It only hits on the sword, the 3-3.
Oh no, wait a minute. His top check does hit on this event. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. It hits
But
on
not
the
like
sword.
your Hestia sword or your
Yeah, probably
Ushimaku
supporting
Maru or
others.
whatever.
You're not playing this card with those. You're playing like wealth as like his own little package.
Mm.
Okay, I mean, like, it seems fine.
It's a good rate.
Yeah, it's better than average.
It doesn't heal or anything, but it is like a lot of damage stacked onto one guy. Yeah, C+ sounds good.
Alright, back to Andy for the next one.
All right, Common Bell. Choose one of your characters with either Familia, Guild, or Hostess. And that character gets 2,000 power and the following ability for the turn. When damage dealt by this is canceled, you can choose a Familia Myth in your climax zone, return it to your hand. And that is looking like a 2-soul.
It is.
Two-soul.
It's awkward, though. You have to, like, call your shot in advance. You have to,
Mhm.
like, pick your lane that it's going to cancel in.
Babe Ruth it.
Yep.
I mean, if you're anything like me, doesn't matter what character you pick. You're
Yeah,
getting the
they
climax
always
stats.
cancel, yeah.
I mean, I guess what you could do, you could have just two. You have 2 of these in your back row, and you probably pick 2 of your characters.
I wouldn't do that because then you have nothing. You have like no selectivity, no mill. You're just like, yeah, 2 souls. Let's go.
Well, I think that's how like you're intended to play it, probably.
Probably, yeah. Or there's only one lane where you don't get your 2-soul back.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's cool.
Keep in mind if you sack the 2 soul on the first or second attack, you do lose your 2 soul.
Really?
Yeah,
Wait,
that is how
you
continuous
sack
effects
your
work.
2-soul?
No,
Yeah,
you
you
pop it
return
back
it
to
to your hand.
hand.
Oh,
yeah,
it
it
is
does leave
continuous, yeah.
You only really get value out of doing this on your last attack.
That's true.
And then it's just a coin flip if you get it back.
I don't know, that's funny.
Oh.
That's funny.
That's whatever.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, why am I giving this a D? I don't think this is good. Well, it is a. To be fair, it is just tap, give something 2k. Yeah, I'll give it a D. You don't have to have the climax to give someone 2k.
You don't. Alright. Who's this?
It's you, Carmen.
Oh shit, it's Freya. Secret character. Your other character with in the front row center slot gets plus X power. X is equal to 500 times the level of the character.
Oh.
The level assist to center for free. And then when you play it from hand to stage, you can clock yourself. If you do, look at all the 4 cards on the top of your deck. Search for only this 2/1 and put it in any slot of the stage rested.
This
Put
is
the
a
rest of the way to
Puyo
your.
card.
Is it really?
It is. That Puyo card only checks top 3.
Okay, so this checks 4.
Well, you can do this at level 0, right?
Well,
Yes.
So you can do the fucking Puyo one at level 0.
the idea is this 2/1 is a level 5.
What the fuck? Read this 2-1.
Yeah, the 2/1's a level
That's
5. Yeah,
You get
two-
plus 5 levels?
yeah.
It's a level 7 Carmen.
It's a level 7. Yeah, this is a level 7 adventurer. That's the flavor.
That's not in all zones, right? That's only on field.
No, it's only on field. Look,
Dang, that would
Look,
that would make the 2-1
look.
finisher.
I'm
a
gonna
bit better.
level with everyone in here. This card is bad. This card is a meme. This card is funny. Would I play it? No. Is it hilarious? Yes.
Carmen,
So-
you were acting about a level 1 level X. This is better.
What?
You were asking about a level 1 level assist.
It only works in the
Better.
center.
Yeah,
You
but-
Oh, wait, shit, you put this guy in the center. Holy moly.
Yes, that is the. That's the
Yes,
idea.
that is the idea, Andy. You figured it out.
Oh, shit, Andy solved the card. I've changed
So
my
he gets
mind.
plus 35. So he's an 85 plus 35. So he's at 12K.
Isn't this like
Yeah,
kinda
you
crack,
can.
though?
Yeah, you can get a 12K at level 1. Hilarious.
you can get a 12K at level 0?
Sure. Really funny. It sucks. D. Yeah, almost unplayable. Absolutely hilarious.
The D just because it's. a
I
level
don't know. It seems like one of
Yeah.
those things if you go all in on, you could maybe like consistently set it up.
You can't.
one.
No, you can't. You can't do it. Please don't. Please, I don't want to talk about this. We're almost done with red. I don't want to argue about the Freya top check.
All right. I'll let you off the hook this time.
I mean, it's
But
pretty
I'm
bad,
definitely gonna
right?
mess around with this. This is like
I mean, it's
there's
hilarious.
something. There's
It's
something
really
there.
funny.
I think it could potentially be very broken, or it's just gonna be garbage.
Probably bad.
Probably the latter, but I don't know.
All right, it's Paru.
When he is played on stage, both players perform the following ability. If you have 5 or more cards in your memory, choose 4 of them and put them into your waiting room. No, sorry. Choose 4 of them. Keep. What? Okay, choose 4 of them. Those 4 stay. Everything else goes to waiting room.
Yeah, the hot seat translation is weird.
Sorry, yeah. And then when he attacks, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a soul trigger, choose one of your other characters, rest it, and move it to the back row. So it's kind of like a clean cut, but instead of getting reverse, he has to reveal a soul trigger on attack.
That sucks.
That
You
that
can
is your clean cut, by the
You
way.
can clean cut the thing and do the thing, bro. It's so good. Let's go. Bro, yo,
This-
pendulum.
This is the only clean cut in the set of any
Yeah, that's
form.
Yeah, I mean, it
Wait,
sucks.
why am I giving this a C?
This is not very good.
It gets a D for having.
I
like,
think
the
it's
memory
really
thing.
funny. Like the Beaufrey one had a better like condition than
Bofa.
this, and that one was bad. Yeah, Bofa what? Bofa D's nuts. Got him.
Oh, got him. Got
The
Paru.
D the DN variant.
You don't need a reverse for this. You could do this like
This is
throughout the
serious-
game now.
This is
Yes.
a serious content channel.
What?
Yeah.
This is not a serious concept.
Like, is there not like any merit to this? Like, you can use throughout the game. You don't even need a
No,
reverse.
it's too random. It's too random because you
Yeah.
can't make plays
Not very
based on
reliable.
it. You can't make a play based on this card. It's just random incidental value. So it's a clean cut with random incidental value means it's a card that you have no guarantee it will work, and then you can't commit a back row card if you need to. It's just like random.
Yeah, you'd have to like combine it with like top checking effects and shit.
You'd have to top check 2. Or no, you'd top check 1. Or it would have to be 2.
Top check 2, it works.
It'd have to be 2 because it has to hit on your second attack. All right, next. Who's this? Zach, go ahead.
The spell during your turn. If you're level 3 or higher, all your other characters get 1k power. During your turn, all your other characters get 1k power. So if you're level 3, everything is 2k.
The shitty Aaron Global. Just worse. Yeah, it sucks. It's on turn 1k, but like, dude,
And on turn 2k when you're level 3.
yeah, I don't
I'd
think
rather
that's
just
good
play
enough.
like the green hexproof assist and get a search.
Yeah, I'd rather pay 2 because it cantrips. Yeah. Back to Andy.
This leaf counter bell.
Nice.
It's surveil
you know-
counter.
You know if you need it, right?
Oh yeah, it's surveil counter.
Oh no,
Yeah, because
Alright,
leaf
man.
encounter wouldn't really work.
that's still on my clipboard.
You're playing it.
It's a surveil
Uh,
counter.
Yeah, because Paru's right. Leafa wouldn't work because you have so many
Yeah,
events.
it's better in this deck specifically because there are events. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Leafa counter's
You
good.
know if you need it.
Interesting. Interesting.
All right, next card. This card is level 7. Are we rating this? We already talked about it.
We'll give it in the
I mean,
7.
rate it as 7. Yeah, we
It's a
rated it as
7.
7.
Yeah, it's a 7 out of 10.
I still think there's
fair.
something there, like some all-in deck that plays this.
It'd
What
be
do you do
it'd be
if it gets
really
the first
funny.
thing I'm slaving up.
No, please don't ask the question. Please let it go.
Just let it
Just
go.
let him do it. Let him do it.
He can't tell me to let it go.
Just let it
You
go.
guys can do that. He can't.
All right. 2/2 wealth. Each of your opponent's backer characters gains 1,500 and has encore pay 1 sack a character.
Oh, why are all the level 2s have such shitty encore?
Yeah, the 2/2s
God.
the 2/2s in this set are scuffed. I do
Yeah.
not like this card. I'm close to Paru. Like you would never use the encore effect ever. It's just a 2/2 with 2 soul.
It's not even any bigger to make
You might have to. You might have to, and just never use the effect. With the way Encore works, it can just be pay 1 rest this. But depends on the way your board's set.
But ideally, you don't want anything to die in the first place.
Oh no. You can do some tricky stuff with this, right? If you're playing the eyes from the trial deck, right? You
Which
can the 1/1. Say you have the 1/1 in this 2/2. This 1/1 dies. You pay 1, you sack the 1/1, right? The 1/1's already reversed. Let's say. So the 1/1 was already killed. There
I'm
are
trying to remember
situations.
what 1/1 you're talking about.
There's a 1/1
It's
from
the,
the trial
uh,
deck. It's a normal
it's a-
standby
it's a
target.
standard-
So
Oh,
yes,
yeah,
standard.
sure.
1/1 hand
Yeah.
core. You have these weird situations that can happen where you have the 2/2 and the 1/1 reversed,
Oh, I see.
where you pay 1, sack the 1/1. The 1/1
Yeah.
goes to grave. You hand encore the 1/1. So for 1 card in 1 stock, you saved your board.
Yeah, I see what you're
In
saying.
those situations, these cards are okay. That just doesn't come up as often as the ones that just like make it terrible for you, which is unfortunate.
I feel like
Nice.
the issue is probably the first effect more so than the second effect.
Yes, you're playing this because you need the 2 soul. That's it. All right, moving on. Events. We already went over these, so lightning round. Upstart Goblin. How good is Upstart Goblin?
Not that good.
I think you only
good.
play it if you're playing the early play.
It's much
goes
less
with
good
it.
in Weiss than in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah. Not as good as in Yu-Gi-Oh!
I would only play this because it was part of a package that made me play it. I would never
Yes.
willingly.
I'll
just
give it
put
the
this in
C
deck.
just to believe in Upstart Goblin. I think this card is like the epitome of a C+. You only play it with the bell, but with the bell it's good, right? This is
Yeah.
the Firebolt event.
I mean,
Sorry.
you can just play it as like a salvage a 0.
This is the 1/1 event we already talked about. It's like a free drop salvage with plus 4K. That's like pretty
I think
fucking
this card's
good.
Yeah.
I'm like
Mhm.
a pretty decent fan of this one. There's got to be a deck that builds around it, but it's pretty decent. And then we already talked about the 3/3 event. It's just on play deal 3, but you can play it for pay 1 ditch 1 for free from hand. So pay 1 ditch 2, including this card. That's like a pretty good rate, but it requires a build around, so I'm just giving it a medium C. I think most of us are on the same page, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Anything spicy about this card, Andy? Okay, there we go. All right. No.
Was that a rhetorical question?
No,
Hey, Carmen.
you just didn't fill out your box yet. As I looked away from my screen, then your box is filled. What's up?
I just wanted to let you know that this card is only a decompressed 2, despite being costed or a decompressed.
What?
It's only a decompressed 3,
Why?
despite itself.
Goes to
being-
memory.
Does it go to memory?
Yeah,
it does
just
go to
memory.
Where? Oh, it does go to memory.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay, we'll
Doesn't
see you
mean
guys in
anything.
blue. Fuck that. Goodbye.